If you've heard the news lately, beware, my terrifying encounter with a clown in the woods. Recent news reports have highlighted an unsettling trend of clowns luring children into the forest. I found myself among the first to experience this chilling phenomenon, and the encounter was utterly terrifying. At this moment, I choose to remain anonymous, fearing that the clown might discover my identity. Here's what happened. I am 14 years old and reside in a small town in South Carolina, with a population of around 130 people. As summer drew to a close, I worked at the local lumberyard, a great place that kept me physically fit while providing a mindless job of assisting customers with loading lumber into their vehicles. The best part was that my house was exactly 1 mile away, making walking to and from work a daily routine. On this particular evening, around 9:30 p.m., I started my walk home. The moon was beginning to light up the road, and the sun had set below the hills. There were no other houses between the lumberyard and my home. Our town was rural, with hills obstructing the view until one crested them. The road, although skinny with no shoulder, had recently been paved. Rows of trees stacked behind one another, and thick vegetation filled the surroundings, creating an orchestra of crickets and frogs. About halfway home, I heard what sounded like high-pitched cackling laughs. Perplexed, I took out my earbuds, stopping to listen. The sound didn't fit into the music, and even though I thought nothing of it at the time, it lingered in my memory. The next day, as I started my shift at 2 p.m., I walked to work around 1:30 p.m. It was a beautiful day, nothing out of the ordinary. As I kicked rocks along the fresh pavement, I stumbled upon a strange item, a bright red ball lying on the side of the road. Upon closer inspection, I discovered it was a clown nose. Puzzled, I kept it and showed it to my coworkers, even putting it on for some laughs. Around 9:30 p.m., after my workday, I began my usual long walk home. Forgetting my earbuds, I noticed a faint figure about 150 yards away, resembling a deer. As I approached, it scampered back into the forest. Little did I know, it was not a deer, but something far more sinister. Passing the spot where the deer had retreated, I heard footsteps about 20 yards behind me. This was strange, deer typically didn't return once scared off. Before I could look back, my heart sank as I heard a voice say, "Hey there." Turning my head, I saw a clown in the middle of the road, wearing dirty, faded clothes, with makeup running down his face and black eyes. Claiming I had something of his, he demanded it back. Fear creeping in, I denied having anything. My house was still a quarter mile away when the situation escalated from weird to terrifying. He threatened, "Well, if you don't have my nose, I'm gonna need yours." In sheer panic, I turned around and sprinted down the road. His bare feet chasing behind me, I didn't dare look back, fearing it would slow me down. My lungs burned, and I pushed myself until a truck crested the hill with headlights shining on me. Waving frantically, the truck stopped, and to my relief, the clown vanished. I shared my harrowing experience with the driver, who promptly called the police. I vowed never to make that walk again, haunted by the mystery of how the clown got there and why he targeted me. This nightmare, unfortunately, seems to be happening to more people, clowns hiding in the woods, stalking unsuspecting victims. Is it a cult or a group of malevolent clowns with a shared goal to terrify? I have no answers, but one thing is certain, I will never look at clowns or walk in the dark the same way again.